Hello everyone, I'm glad to be with you again to bring you a treasure chest of wisdom from myself and my guides in coordinated communion and connection. So, today what I'd like to offer you will have a lead in as it relates to the political climate in the United States right now, but don't turn it off yet because that is only a small inkling of where we're going. Just to use it as an example, for instance. So, I keep hearing on the news, in the airwaves, talking to people, man, this is an unprecedented election. This is an unprecedented time. This is an unprecedented situation. And as I have worked with, played with, created with my guides around, what's it all about, this whole piece that we're in, this time frame, this particular election bringing so much to focus, and you all know what it brings in your hearts and minds. Here is what the wisdom of the moment is in relationship to all of this. Yes, it is an unprecedented time. We know that. It's intense, it's wiry, it's wacky, all of that. That's all been said many times. But what I want you to look at as it relates to the unprecedented nature of the time we're in is that this is a time like never before, because in the history of our planet we've had many opportunities. We talk about Atlantis, Lemuria, we talk about all these times when we came to the edge of coming through into light, bringing forth the true blueprint, being able to bring forward what it is we have to bring forward as a race, as a group of light beings here, advanced souls, all of that, bringing that, returning that to the field of creation here on earth. And each time the fall has been reignited, and we have not come all the way through. It didn't happen in Atlantis, in Lemuria. The fall is written in, the nature of the fall is written in all of the scriptures, every religion. There's something about the failure of us as a race, as a culture, as a planet. Imagine what that does to the human consciousness. The collective and the individual consciousness, the DNA. We all hold a PTSD, shock and trauma, as it relates to something not coming all the way through. That we got to a certain high point of possibility and then bam, it felt like it was taken away from us, or somebody came in, swooped in, and it all changed, and we didn't get to go where we knew was possible for us to go. We hold that in consciousness. So right now there's a tremendous amount of fear around this time, and again it's hooked around this particular United States election. Oh my God, what if? Oh my God, this is, it's all going to hell in a handbasket potentially, and we don't see a way through, etc. This is the old overlay, historically, in our consciousness as humans, as a civilization, that it never works out. Okay? We all have a fear it's not going to work out. Whether that relates to the whole overall pattern of creating a new world, returning to the originality of what we know is true, whether it relates to it's not going to work out in the United States, it's not going to work out in my life, it's not going to work out today, in this moment. All of those pieces are in there. I know my soul deeply knows it's going to work out. I just know that. That's part of my soul gift. And at the same time, I do have this particular challenge as well that says, it's not going to work out. Okay? And it's totally irrational. So for instance, it wasn't that long ago I was on an airplane, or going to take an airplane somewhere, and in the middle of the night I woke up with this absolute terror that it wasn't going to work out. the trip to the airport, I'm not afraid of flying at all, but there was something in the air, and my consciousness latched onto it in relationship to this trip I was taking into the so-called unknown, which it really wasn't in the outer at all. So I looked at it and realized this was my opportunity to say, wow, I feel that terror in my bones, an inordinate amount, because there really was not that much unknown, out of my control, beyond wild possibility of failure in the equation. It was all pretty straightforward. But it gave me an opportunity to help feed this time for you with what can you do in that situation? What do you do? You feel the deep nature of the soul terror, soul level terror that is going on, and you go, wow, everything in me is just once again up in arms. It's not going to work out. And you counterbalance that very simply with a part of you that you hold a true anchor of assurance. And you may need to come to a moment in time in your life of remembering when you had assurance about something. It may go way back to childhood, the last time you jumped on a trampoline freely. You went, of course this is going to work out. I'm not afraid of jumping on a trampoline that I'm going to fall on the ground. The last time you felt some assurance about not just who you are, but what you were capable of, that sense of ability, okay? That sense of power in your body around the capacity to know it's going to be all right. And you touch into the sense of that, the feeling of that, and then you say, not this time. With that feeling of power, of capacity, of capability to have it be different, you bring that into the situation and you speak directly to that part of you that is in terror. Oh my God, what if happens in the US? Oh my God, what if it doesn't work out this time? Is really what you're saying. That light doesn't reign in our lifetime, in our world. And you say with declaration from your heart, your soul, the depth of your abdomen, not this time. This time, we're going to make it all the way through. I know that. I hold that. I might have to fake it a little till I make it, but you hold that in yourself. Not this time. This time, light reigns through me and through my collective connection. Okay? So, it's okay when you feel the fear, the terror, the anxiety about where we're going and what might happen, particularly how the United States political election seems to bring to focus that sense of, oh my God, what if it falls again? What if this is Atlantis and Lemuria? It feels that large, doesn't it? Happening all over again. Not this time. That is your declaration. Not this time. And you are supported throughout the whole universe and with many people in your tribe, your community of souls on earth that know at some level of their being that we are working towards this absolute nature of the collective saying, not this time. This time light reigns, and we will have our best shot in every moment at bringing that through, individually and collectively. So know I am with you in holding that beautiful, powerful, clear space. This time, light reigns.